Do you ever feel like you're always saying sorry in your relationship, even when you didn't do anything wrong? If yes, then this episode is for you because it just simply tells me that you have been emotionally manipulated in your relationship. Hey everyone, I'm Liv, your big sister in money, mindset, and glow up. On today's episode, we're going to talk about 5 signs that you have been emotionally manipulated in your relationship. So, let's get into it. Sometimes we don't really know that we have been manipulated because simply we believe that what our partner did to us, it's something that is very normal in any single relationship. And I was believing in that as well. I used to believe that I was sensitive, I was too sensitive, I was so crazy because my boyfriend at that time, my ex, made me believe that I was sensitive and I was crazy until 4 years later I realized that I had been manipulated for such a long time, for the whole relationship. And I want you to save yourself by watching this until the end and taking some notes why you have been feeling this way and why you are not the crazy one, and rather you have been manipulated in this relationship. The number one sign that you have been dating a manipulator is you've been guilt tripped and you've been gaslighted. And these two are the combos of manipulator tricks in relationship. This is the common thing that a manipulator will do to you to make you feel guilty even if you didn't do anything wrong. That's why no wonder why you always feel like you are the person that always have to say sorry even if you didn't do anything wrong and you were so sure that your boyfriend was the one who did wrong, but somehow he made you believe that you're the wrong ones. And this is actually a manipulation tactic that a manipulator uses to put the blame on other people because simply they don't want to look into themselves. They don't want to look themselves in the mirror and say like, whoa, I did something wrong, because they're such a loser when they want to get something from you or they want you to do something for them and you refuse or you don't want to do something for them, they will guilt tripping you. So then this person will still gain things that they need or they want from you, because then you feel guilty for not doing things that they ask or they requested, right? And it's actually a manipulation tactic to get whatever they want. That's why if you ever think why a manipulator, they always get things so easily and always get the best thing, it's because they understand they can guilt tripping someone to do whatever they want. They will try so hard to make you doing something for them, for their own benefits. But then if you say something no, like, hey, I can't do that or I don't want to do that, they will like, oh my God, how dare you say no? So to make you still want to do something that you don't like or you don't want, they have to do something. They have to manipulate the situation. And how can they manipulate the situation? It's by guilt tripping you, by gaslighting you, to make you believe that you are the wrong one, to make you feel guilty. So then in the end, because you are a kind and helpful person, you will do things anyway for them. A manipulator cannot take accountability of their action. They're actually a loser, they're a coward. When you confront to them that I feel this way because of your behaviors or your actions actually hurt me, it feels like it was an attack to their personality or their existence. They will try to switch the situation that you are the wrong one. Your overreaction, the way you deliver your message, the way you confront them, and taking away the focus on how you behave instead of what they did to you. Because they don't want to put themselves in a wrong position. They don't want to see themselves in the mirror and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They are allergic to saying sorry. So then when you are in a conversation with a manipulator, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm so confused. I feel like I'm crazy because I honestly felt like he did something wrong to me and this is what I'm feeling. But then at the end of the conversation, you were the one who felt guilty and you were the one who feel like you were the wrong one, because the manipulator is trying to manipulate the situation. So then the real problem, which is their actions, was not going to be discussed, and they understand this trick. And it's just so crazy because I used to date a freaking manipulator, because my ex, would not ever say sorry, and he's so allergic to say sorry, and every single thing, it was my fault. Even when I knew clearly he did something wrong, and I was like, hey, can you not say that? I think it's very hurtful. And he was like, I was just joking. You don't take jokes anymore. You're so sensitive. And I was like, that's how I feel. Because he wanted me to focus on things that I did wrong, even if I didn't do anything wrong, instead of focusing on his own problems, Sign number 2, they twist your words. If you feel like you doubt yourself on what you did, on what you didn't, and you're so confused and you feel like you're crazy, I don't think I did this, I didn't think I said this, but he made me feel like I said that. A manipulator would try so hard to flip the situation on what you said, on what you didn't do, or what you did, just to gain control over you. So then he can manipulate the situation to make you believe that you're the wrong one. It all is coming back on, getting things from you, taking benefits from you, and putting the blame on you. It's literally just these 3 things. He wants you to believe that you are losing your mind, and he wants you to lose from your own reality to gain control fully over you and what you can do for them. You will lose from the reality, which one is true, which one is not, which one did I say, which one that I didn't say. That's exactly what they want from you. Sign number 3, your needs were too much. Even if you need for simplest thing ever, or even less than bare minimums, they will make you believe that your needs are too much, because they simply cannot give it to you, or they would not want to give it to you because it's so much to do. They only want you to do so much for them, but they don't want to do so much for you. This has happened to me when I was dating my freaking toxic ex. He was always guilt tripping me into believing that I was needy. I wanted to hold hands in public. My love language is physical touch, and I love holding hands. I love showing affection in public. I could get it that people have a different affection or love language, that it's not the same as me, but then my ex made me believe that me asking for holding hand in public were too much to ask. He was saying like, oh, you're so possessive, you're so clingy. This is not clingy. This is me asking for freaking bare minimum, holding hands as a couple in public. How does that even asking for too much? That's freaking less than bare minimum. Sign number 4, you walk on eggshells around them all the time. It feels like you're walking in a very thin layer of ice, and anytime, the ice can break and you can literally drown, because you don't know what the other person is going to say. Is he going to react badly? Is he going to get angry? Or is he going to be fine? Because he's so unpredictable. And this has also happened with my ex, because I didn't know when he get triggered and get angry, and when he's actually fine, and everything that I say was insulting him, and he got offended a lot. So I wasn't really sure if I was like just trying to joke around, if it's going to hurt him, or is he going to make him mad. Because when he's mad, when he's upset, he was the worst person to handle with. He had this anger management issue where he will try to break things in my house. I remember one time I was just confronting him about that he broke a glass that I just recently bought, and it was my favorite glass ever. I mean, it's from Kmart and it's only like $10, but I still like it. And I say to him like, hey, you shouldn't put a glass and stack it in a dishwasher. And he got really triggered and he was like so angry at me. And then I was just like pointing out at him, and I was like, hey, I don't like the way you say that to me. If you did something wrong, just say sorry and we can move on. But he was like blaming me and saying like, you're the one who's wrong because you bought like cheap glass. You are the wrong one. And I was like, can you take accountability of your action? He got really angry and he yelled at me, and we yelled at each other. And then suddenly he was like so angry that he tried to break things in my house. And at a time I was renting a place. He was actually banging his head on the door, and I was like, oh my god, okay. And I said, no, stop, don't do that. And he run into my balcony. He said like, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm gonna jump off this balcony right now. If you wanna freaking kill yourself, surely not at the second floor, because you only gonna break your leg. And then I was like dragging him inside from the balcony to my living room, and I literally locked the balcony door. And then I was trying to make him sitting down in my couch, and he was trying to like break my glass coffee table. And I was like, oh my god, this place is furnished and I'm renting this place. Like, I didn't want this freaking guy, this crazy guy, to break things in my house, and I had to pay for them, right? That's how he dealt with his emotions when he's angry. And it just made me feel so scared whenever I said something to him, like, oh my god, is he going to react the same way? Is he going to try to break things in my house? Is he going to kill himself? Because every single time if we had an argument, he will say like, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm gonna kill myself. That's why I dated him for 4 years, and I realized that I've been manipulated for that long. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna deal with this. Dating a person that is emotionally immature and someone that is manipulating me for whole time, I'm only wasting my time, I'm only hurting me. So in the end, I only came back thinking about me and what is best for me. And I want you to do the same. Don't stay with the wrong person longer than you should. Don't try to avoid the conflict. Do things that they want because you just don't want them to be mad at you. You're not saving the situation. You're not trying to make things better. You're actually just minimizing the conflict and avoiding the real problem, that he cannot be saved. You cannot stay in this relationship with someone that literally have zero control about their anger. And it's not your responsibility to fix this person, because you cannot try to save someone that doesn't want to save themselves. It has to come from themselves. It has to come from their own ability to be self-aware, their own ability to notice what's wrong with them and fix it themselves. If you're dating someone that is like acting like this, it's just you are giving your power away. You are the person that trying to mother someone, right? Okay, sign number 5. You lost yourself in a relationship. How many times that you feel like you don't know yourself anymore? You feel like you have identity crisis. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you want. You don't know what career path that you want. You don't even know yourself anymore, because the whole time this person is trying to manipulate you into belief that you are not who you are. You are an extension of him. You started to be forced to like things that he liked. You started to do things, hobbies that he liked. And you started to go places that he liked instead of what you like and what you enjoy. Your boyfriend controls you so much that you can't even go out with your friends, exploring new hobbies, meeting new friends, because they want to have so much controls of you and shaping you into what they think is best for them. I noticed this in my friend's relationship. I'm not friends with her anymore. When she met this new guy, I don't even notice her. She changed. She was like becoming the person that I didn't know, because she started to eat things the way he eat. She started to act the way he act. She started to like things that he likes. And I was like, why are you doing this thing? And she was like, it's because I'm gonna marry him after 2 weeks of meeting this guy. You're trying to change yourself to fit into someone's mold because you want to be accepted. Or maybe the other person is trying to manipulate you to change yourself so then they can have so much control of you. And she started to like cutting off a couple of friends, maybe most of her friends, to be honest. And I was like, why are you doing this? And she's like, my boyfriend doesn't want me to hang out with my friends anymore. He always want to check up on me. He thinks like if I'm hanging out with my friend, it means that like I don't love him. And she genuinely believed that if she want to marry a guy, she had to cut all of her friends. They want to isolate you from everyone so then they can have fully control of you. They will try to eliminate other people in your lives, so your only support system is them, and you cannot ever get away from them. That's what actually happened. those are signs that you have been manipulated in relationship. And if this happened to you, I'm so sorry. I don't wish any bad thing like this happen to anyone. This is really, really awful. But if you experience this, I want you to run away as soon as possible, leave the relationship, and only think about yourself. Think about your own happiness, what is best for you, what is best for your future, and what is your dream relationship. Because manipulator always want you to stuck into the relationship, and you just gotta think about yourself. Save yourself so much time by focusing on yourself and just making decision to leave the person because you want to take care of yourself and you value yourself more. If you've been manipulated, I don't want you to be sad. It's not that you are a bad person or you're stupid. It just means that you have so much kindness in you. You are a kind person. You're so helpful. You're someone that have so much empathy and, always see the best in other people. So think about yourself and save yourself and make decisions about your own happiness. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.